sitting here with Adam, a really good friend of mine. We've known each other for how long, Adam?
Oh, jeez. I'm not good with exact numbers, but
Yeah.
it's probably been, what is it? It's been a decade now?
It's been a while. Yeah, we met in Prince Albert through a mutual friend, Ryan, and I was running a home group, and I was looking for a third or fourth player, and Ryan suggested Adam. And so I think we met at a Tim Hortons just downtown. And I always like to interview the people that are at my table. I'm a firm believer in surround yourself with good people, and Adam is that. I've grown to really love Adam. He's an excellent guy. He's there for when you need in a pinch. And as far as role playing and coming to the table prepared, he's the man. You really are, Adam. Like you're excellent. I'm glad you're part of this. Tell me a little about yourself. How did you get into the game? What is D&D to you?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to play a lot of video games. A lot of the times my mom would try and jam me outside to go play with my friends.
Forget that noise.
A lot of the times that just meant that we were going over to somebody else's house to play more video games.
Yeah. And where were you, a Nintendo boy or a Sega boy?
Oh, we were Nintendo.
Booer and
I was gonna say the Genesis came out after that, but we like to play our good games. We used to play like Final Fantasy, Bugs Bunny, stuff like that, just for hours.
Absolutely.
Bobble.
Yeah, Bobble. Huge Genesis fan. I never did have a Nintendo growing up, but went to Canadian Tire back in the day. Waited in line for the Sega Genesis to launch, and it was $300 back then, and it came with no game. Had to one controller, no game, and you had to buy Altered Beast separately because the launch was like whatever 4 or 5 titles.
Yeah.
It was not a good time. But yeah. Anyway, get out of the house. Mom said, get out of the house, go make some friends, and.
Well, so we just basically alternate houses. As soon as we got kicked out of another house, we go play video games at somebody else's house.
So then how did D&D come into the mix?
Well, I hit high school, and I was in mechanics class, and one of my friends actually asked me, hey, what are you doing for lunch? So they invited me to come hang out at the table, and that's what they were playing. They were playing 2nd edition Skills and Powers Dungeons and Dragons.
That is old school, 2nd edition. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So we started playing a game, and we were having fun, and yeah, I just loved the whole role-playing aspect of it. And then people saw me playing it, and I got invited to play Vampire the Masquerade, a live-action role-playing game.
I remember that. When you and I first met, you were kind of selling me on the role-playing aspect, which I'm a huge advocate of. Like, there's the 3 pillars of role-playing, the exploration, the combat, and the role-play. And they're all important to the game, but I really enjoy leaning into the role playing.
Yeah.
As you know, like we've been gaming with each other for some time now. Yeah.
And the live action, it's primarily role playing, like 75%. Like you've got your characters, and you got people who want a power game and build their characters specifically for that. But I always like the role playing. The power gaming was just always the extra. It's like I've always been known as a little bit of a min-maxer, so...
Yeah, exactly.
But
we're making characters for a 0 session here, and Adam stepped up because, running behind, of course. And so, like, Adam, I want, like, 3 simple characters. They're just people. They don't have magic. They don't have anything. They're just simple guys. Okay, no problem, Eric. He comes to the table. Oh, they've got this spell. They've got that spell.
Well, the things you were adding to the characters was like, oh, you want this guy to rage 3 times per day. I'm like, okay, 4th level barbarian. It's like, and I want this guy to give bardic inspiration 3 times per day. I'm like, that's a 4th level bard.
Yeah, come on. You can inspire without being a bard.
But that's
you can rage without being a barbarian.
Yeah, well, but I mean the features are right there.
Absolutely,
right
yeah. And that's part of the thing with this group that we're developing, the Arcane Table. These are people that I trust, and I trust wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to get out of this? Why are you here today?
Well, I just love the game.
Yeah.
So, I get nothing out of it other than just the enjoyment of the game.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, I know we've done anytime I'm pretty heavy in the community as far as organizing events throughout Saskatoon. One of them is the Prairie Pop Culture Celebration, and then the former Saskatoon Entertainment Expo. And Adam's always there.
Yep.
Adam's always there. Reserve me a spot, Eric. For 2 o'clock, and I'm in your game, and that's awesome because I know I can trust Adam. I know you can plop something down in front of him. He's going to play it to the best of his abilities. And he's there to help out the other players at the table with a little bit of guidance.
And give them a really awful Scottish accent.
Yeah, well, wait until I get going. Yeah, Keely, my wife, hates my Elven accent, but I think it's pretty good. Anything else? Like, what else do you want to add to this? Like, where do you see this going, Adam?
Well, hopefully it goes fairly well. People enjoy what we do. And, there's always a new generation coming out to play role-playing games.
Absolutely.
Not just D&D. Like, I've played Palladium System, All Flesh Must Be Eaten. I've done live-action role-playing games.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've done one-shots at conventions. One of my favorite ones was actually a Mafia game.
Cool.
It was actually really cool. And I love murder mysteries.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you get to dress up, figure out who done it.
I love that you bring something different to the table. Anybody can sit and roll dice and say, there's a 16 hit, but it's the role playing and the interaction and the getting into the game. That's what I'm looking to bring to the Arcane Table, like a solid community of good friends and people trying to do something different with like an oversaturated space on social media, and I'm hoping we can get there. Last words, Adam?
The only other thing I plan on doing is ruining all your plans.
You already have. I can't. Yeah, perfect. Good call. Hopefully it stays up though.
We'll just have to get like a piece of rubber or something stick in there.
I've got some pills for that, so we're good.
Prescribed.
I don't have any pills for that.